When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready? Black 25.
51.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Now, this series between the 49ers and the Bucs began back in 1977 in Tampa Bay's second year in the NFL. It's been a series that the 49ers have dominated, 17-7 overall, although Tampa has won the last 2 meetings. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Running right, Jones. So he got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he is caught. It's Perriman. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Jameis to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He completes it to Evans. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Jones. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 49ers.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hey, here we go.
They'll try again with Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's now 3rd and goal.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
21, here we go.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
It's second and inches at the 23-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
And following the touchdown now is Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deeper. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second and 6, Garoppolo. And he finds his tight end, Saleh. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. CD, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
At the 31-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
56 to Mike.
Throwing, Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. Two? Hello.
Pal, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Now Winston looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. Fourth down, and the Bucs trot out the former 49er Bradley Pinion to punt it. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
49ers 3.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. That was going to let it go deep. And got his man complete. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Going underneath, it's Coleman. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, 49ers.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
Wait.
To throw is Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Winston now. And he's going to go down again. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Winston airing this one out for Evans. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Counting down toward halftime on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
The 47-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
13.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Steps away to, and now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
I got you.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's bring it.
To throw is Garoppolo, and he fires one incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Garoppolo now, and it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all we need.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shaquille Barrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
At the Niners' 48-yard line.
Ready? White 25.
56. Target. Check 37. Check.
Hey. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
56 to Mike. 56.
80 weapon. Hey, watch the line.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Don't get nervous.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
56. Here we go, get off the field.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
I'm here all day.
Here's Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
He's got Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 21 yards away as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
21. Here we go. 21. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards. Jameis now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second, because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Here we go.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Winston now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Barber. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Gay's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's go!
The Niners take over.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go.
Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. Actually, I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again. Samson Abuka. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Ready? Flag. What is that?
54. Mike, 54. You're right.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll go again to Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On play action, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Bucs, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.